Welcome to Book Time with Ryan. I am Ryan. Yes, I am driving, but it's on full self-driving, so I'm just here for the ride and to provide some kind of human backup. Today I will be talking about Fields of Fire by Ryan Steck. I finished this a day or two ago, and 5 stars. It was so much fun, and it's going to be one of those books and reviews that there are things that I just can't disclose because at one point I texted Ryan and I said, holy shit, something was revealed. I didn't see it coming, and it was very exciting. But I do have a couple other disclosures. One, Ryan Steck also writes or has taken over the Alex Hawk series from Ted Bell, the late Ted Bell, who died a few years ago. And I read that first book and he did an excellent job. But I was told this was going to be a little bit different, and it was a little bit different because I felt like that first Alex Hawk book that he did was very much in the same patterns, feel, whatever, of Ted Bell. And this is the Ryan Steck feel for Fields of Fire. This was his first book in the Matt Red series, and I loved it. So I should have started reading this a while ago, but what's just some more disclosures. So I know Ryan Steck. I met him personally, but we've talked on the phone and stuff. I'm in the acknowledgments or some section in that Ted Bell book that he wrote, his first Ted Bell book. He has another one coming out at the end of this month, which I'm excited about, Warmonger. So that's a disclosure. Second disclosure, the song I use for this video is mentioned in the book. It's by Rodney Atkins. Rodney Atkins' wife was my classmate in school through 8th grade. So yeah, that basically makes me famous. His name's Rose. All right, this book is about Matt Red. Matthew Red, at the beginning of the book, is a Marine Raider. It's the RSOC, the Marine Special Operations equivalent of a SEAL or a Green Beret, Army Special Forces. So they are the elite of the Marine Corps, and actually the book opens with some serious action that will happen later in the book. So we start with the action, and then we go 2 weeks earlier, and we get to see what led to this event. Which is cool because you know it's coming, but you're like, where does this fit in? When is this going to happen? Something happens to his team, and he's kind of disgraced. Once he gets out of the brig, he goes home and he realizes he had a call from his basically his adoptive dad, the man who raised him. Jim Bob. And Jim Bob's having some kind of issue. He says, hey, there's trouble. I need help. But Matt was in the brig, so he didn't get that message until a week later. He goes back to Montana, where he grew up, and finds out Jim Bob's dead. And there's also a billionaire's family is kind of taking over the area. They're buying out land, and one of the people that has property near where they're buying out land is Jim Bob, which is now Matt's property because he was in the will. He was the sole inheritor of everything, and he starts to suspect that something happened to Jim Bob. Jim Bob was tossed from his horse and hit his head and died, except that the horse is a very good horse that would not throw somebody. So it doesn't feel right to him, and he's just starting to get a feel that something else is going on because the way everyone's talking in town, it's kind of like Jim Bob put his nose into something and got caught and was taken out for it. But we don't know exactly what that was yet. Eventually we do. but I'm not going to tell you because that would kind of ruin the book. So the thing I like about it is, yes, Matt comes from an elite unit, but he errs in his ways, and he is younger. I think he's 27 in the book, so he's not like some senior, finely tuned. I mean, he's experienced, but he's not this like seasoned 50-year expert kind of thing, or 40-year expert. Because really, I think we all peak in our 40s, around 42, right? I hope so. Yeah. Other thing, his love interest. He has a couple love interests. One of them I felt good about, and then not good about because she was not a good person. His main love interest that he left years before, when he was taking care of JB's farm when JB got injured, and her name's Emily. I like her. I like that they don't leave things unsaid forever. I feel like a lot of books, you're constantly like, just say it. Just, come on, say it. Don't leave it unsaid. And he does, not all the time, but enough that you're like, all right, they're moving forward. Emily is a likable character, and she's cool. She's kind of like the opposite of how I feel about Orphan X's love interest, who I am annoyed by. Emily seems good. So we get to a point where we learn about some conspiracies that were theories but turned out to be true. We learn about some characters. Some characters die in ways we weren't expecting. And we're left with a villain that can come back for a future book. There are, at this point, 3 more books in the Matt Red series. I don't think it ends, but it's just, that's how far along it is. This was published in 2022, and it's just great. It's just great. I'm glad that I read it. Ryan Steck has his own playlist on this channel now, because I have 3 more of the Matt Red books to read, and soon his second Ted Bell book is coming out, which is awesome. So congratulations, Ryan, on that. And check out the Matt Red series, which starts with book number 1, Fields of Fire. Awesome job, 5 stars, so much fun. And I am on my way to cricket practice. I am not on the GW cricket team, but I do have their hats, so go GW cricket. This is just my cricket team, just a cricket batting practice kind of thing. That's it. Have a good one. Bye.
Well, you know those times when you feel like there's a sign there on your back. Says I don't mind if you kick me. Seems like everybody has. Things go from bad to worse. You think they can't get worse than that, and then they do. You step off the straight and narrow and you don't know where you are. Use the needle of your compass to sew up your broken heart. Ask directions from a genie in a bottle of Jim Beam, and she lies to you. That's when you learn the truth. If you're going